Good morning. Trying to feel better. Took the dogs out in the fog. Should see it. Ew. Ew. Anyways, so there's like this huge, when you walk along the edge of the walkway, there's like a huge, what do you call it, a cliff? It's kind of a small cliff. It's like I forget what you call that. But anyways, there is so much, wild evening primrose. You know, the yellow flowers. Do you hear? Do you hear the police? It's been so quiet, but now we're back at this, so I don't know what's going on, but you hear it? Yeah, so there's yellow wild primrose, so I feel like I want to go over there and pick some of those flowers and put it in oil. I don't know. What did I do with the primrose before? You could do so much with primrose. Maybe I should do that because that helps with mood and stuff. I forget what primrose helps with. It helps with a lot of things, but it helps with. So, anyways, they're blooming like the whole bank is like the evening primrose, and they're so cool because they open up. I think they open up like early, and then they shut up. They close again. Then they open up and they close. So it's weird. They only open up for a certain period of time for the day, and then they close up again. I don't know if they close up at night. It's so pretty. I should take a video of it. But anyway, so I'm walking and I'm going up the hill, and all of a sudden, this big, huge, I think it was a falcon. It didn't look like a hawk. It didn't have a red tail. I think it was a falcon. He was huge. Flies right, like low, right in front of me. And this has happened to me a lot in my life, okay? When I'm having a bad day, or I need, I know people believe in signs. A lot of people don't believe in that. They think it's not, all this stuff is nonsense. All this spiritual stuff is nonsense to them. But he literally swooped wicked low in front of me. I was like, whoa. I was like, wow. And the dogs were like, what the hell? They saw it. And then all of a sudden he comes back and he flies up into the tree right in front of me. And it's a huge, gigantic, I don't know if it's an oak tree, but there's some really, really, really old trees here that are like magnificent. Okay. That I'm so glad that the city kept these old trees. He flies up into this really massive old tree and he's just sitting there. And I'm with the dogs and I'm like, oh, I got to see him. So I move closer to him and I'm looking at him, talking to him. And he's just sitting there fluffing his feathers and stuff. And then he took off again. And oh my God, I should have seen the size of him. So I was like, oh, it's a good sign. Because falcons, I don't know, look that up. I think it's a good sign. I need a good sign today because it's like fog is creepy. Anyway, so that happened to me one time when we came back from court. And literally Tiffany lied in court to Judge Weaver, which Judge Weaver, I don't know. I don't know about him. But he don't care. He doesn't care if people commit perjury in his court right to his face, I guess. But anyway, she made a deal with Holly, like, to be quiet about stuff or something so she could keep the Social Security money, which is like, you know, she should be investigated for that. Like, what did she spend the money on? Where did the money go? Because my daughter was struggling, and that money was supposed to be for her, not for Tiffany to go on spending sprees and buy all kinds of crap that she doesn't need. She's a hoarder and an alcoholic, so I don't want to talk bad about people, but it's true. And she would just buy all this stuff. She had a spending problem, like trying to fulfill her empty life, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so after that, we went to the beach. And I was crying, and Holly's like, I was like really flipping out at her apartment, like, and she comes in the car. She goes, "Mom, I don't want to. I don't want to go do anything if you're not gonna calm down." And you know, so I calmed down. We went to the beach, and well, we're sitting there, and I was just telling her how I feel. You know, like, I don't know. I can tell my family how I feel over and over and over again, and you know, they never tell me what they think of me unless it's bad. And, you know, they don't support when I tell them that, like, I'm not trying to be a victim. I'm not trying to, like, because my daughter's like, oh, stop with your victim mentality. It's like, I'm not trying to have victim mentality. I'm trying to realize I'm trying to tell my family that yes, I am a victim of crimes, and it's not a thing to just sweep under the rug, and it's not something to minimize. And I constantly get the minimization all the time, and I know they just don't want to deal with it. They have their own problems. I understand that. But so we're sitting in the car, and I'm just telling her how I feel. I'm trying to calm down, and we're at the beach, and this huge falcon literally flies right low, right even with my truck in the eye view, like right across at that time. And I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa. I don't know. For some reason, anytime I see a hawk or a falcon, I think it's like a really, really, really strong sign. So another time, this was really trippy. And, yeah, it's just a bird. But so we went out. We had a beautiful day. I forget where we went. She was up in the mountains with me, and we went, and this bird comes, okay? We're sitting in the parking lot, and we're just talking in my truck, and had a great day. And all of a sudden, this massive friggin' hawk, I have pictures of it. Actually, we saw two that day, and they, like, just land in front of us. Like, both times they landed in front of us. And so this huge, gigantic hawk lands, like, right in front of us as we're talking, on the line, like, right in front of us, looking at us. And I was like, whoa. I was like, look at that. So I took a picture of him. I was like, oh, my God. I'm like, and just the timing. It's always with the timing. The timing. A lot of times I see them, they fly towards the sun. A lot of times when I saw them spraying, they would come and they would fly towards, like, in that direction. Or do circles where they're spraying, which is really trippy. So I don't know. Me with hawks and the falcons, all right, it's always been a thing. When I lost my house, I went to my friend Wendy's house, and I was, like, in the driveway, like, praying, and I was crying in her driveway, and I was looking up, and this hawk literally, like, went above my head and, like, circled, like, 5 times above my head. And I was like, whoa. It's happened to me my whole life. Animals and, like, signs, mostly from birds. So I don't know what's up with that. I think it's a spiritual thing, but people are like, oh, it's just a bird. Like, don't read into stuff all the time, But I do. I'm trying to feel better. I'm just going to feel bad for these dogs when I leave, because right now they're getting ultimately spoiled by me. So I don't know what's going to happen when I go. I wish it didn't have to be this way, but I need to find joy again. I don't know if I can find it. Maybe I'm always going to be on this journey of trying to find normal happiness and joy again. And it's like going to be like this empty journey that's not going to happen. I don't know. Where am I going next, Lord? Where am I going to try to find joy next, Lord? But anyways, that's my story of the hawks and the falcons. I guess they like me. I don't know. But I take it as a good sign, and I kind of need something today that was, like, magical. And it's kind of funny because, like, whenever I feeling really, really, really down and try to get myself out of this, like, something magical happens, and then I'm like, oh wow, So there's more to the universe, I feel. But anyways, okay, bye. Hope everybody has a good day. I thought the fog would lift, but it's this weird. I don't know what it's like. We're next to the ocean, so maybe it's coming from the ocean. Okay, bye. I love you guys. Whoever cares about me too.